Hey guys, good morning. Craig Rapihana here again. So, a couple of things I want to talk to you about. Obviously, is does China rip me off? How do I know if my product's not going to turn up on Alibaba and AliExpress? Well, the answer is you don't really know, but there are certain things that you can do and have in place to protect that. And there's going to be two series in this because we're going to talk about tooling, but we're also going to talk about, and I want to give you some information on why people see their products on Alibaba, AliExpress, and let's say back on Amazon somewhere or eBay. Because here's the thing. You go over there, you negotiate with China, you make a product, and you say, okay, let's make 2,000, 3,000. They're going to say, no. We make 10,000 because they know it's got to be worth their time. Because every day, like television, you've got slots where you bring in people, right? So they know, okay, they've got their number one client, makes them this amount of money. They're going to slot you in, okay? So let's say they say 10,000 units. Well, let's say it's $3 or $4. Well, let's say it's $2. That's $2 times 10,000 units is $20,000. You got to come up with a PO. Plus 3,400 was my last container, plus a little bit of taxes, duty. Let's say you're $27,000 into 10,000 units, okay? So one, you have to store it somewhere. Number two, you have to know where it's going to go. Number three, you've got the logistic side of it, which can be, it's a little tricky the first couple of times, but good trickiness because you do learn and you do sort it out pretty quickly. But when you negotiate at a 10,000 unit price, and then all of a sudden you say, you know what? And most people do this, actually a lot of people do this. They say, you know what? Hey, can you just send me 5,000 now? I just want to have 5,000. You're already breaking the negotiation. They've probably gone and ordered the boxes, the cartons. Well, they say they do. And they say they've already made the 10,000. So what they do is they look at the other 5,000 and go, you know what? And in a Chinese language, hey, he not coming, so you buy, you sell. So that's how they sell your product because you, first of all, renegotiated what you want. So you wanted 10,000, you said, okay, just send me 5. What are they going to do with the other 5? They're not going to sit it there. They're going to offload it to some trader who's going to go to the Canton Fair, which, if you don't know about Canton Fair, is a place that you can go to and find all different types of products. I mean, it'd be like walking down Oxford in New York City. You just like shop after it's like the same stuff going side by side because you have manufacturers and you have traders. Traders are the people that work and take the products from all different manufacturers. They bring the English into it. They bring the communication that most Chinese in these factories, they don't speak English, and even if they did, they don't. So that's where people feel like they're getting ripped off. I don't think the Asians and the Chinese people are out there to just basically copy everyone. I mean, they do copy products. They do make products for a ton of people, but someone in Ningbo is going to make a product that someone could be trying to make for someone in Guangzhou or Shenzhen. I mean, no one's, or Ningbo, they don't talk to each other like that, So be very careful when you order products in China. And if you're doing an invention, you're creating your own thing. Because you want to make sure that whatever you're going to order, you buy. You don't want samples there. You don't want anything. And I have my girl over there who, she meets with me. She'll do the inspections. She'll look and she'll count how many they have as samples. We pull everything. You don't have boxes and boxes of samples lying around because that's how people just start taking them and selling them. I mean, they sell products, they move products. That's what they do. It's taking up rooms, taking up storage. So be very careful. And the other thing about it is, don't let the manufacturers or the people that you're negotiating with China know that you can be a little disorganized in the beginning of this. You don't want to have a lot of communication that sounds disorganized because they're not going to trust you, okay? And it's like anything. I think we have to trust people the more we work with people, right? Or the more we listen to things, right? So think about that, and I'll go a little bit more in depth on that, because I want to go a little bit more in depth on tooling, because when you do your tooling, there's one mistake that I made that you're gonna make if you don't hear this. This will save you a ton of headaches, especially if you don't like the manufacturer. So I'll bring that up on a next video, and it'll look for it. It'll just be like, understanding, 101 in tooling. I'll just give it to you straight. You'll understand it. And these will be questions, because you have to ask these questions. And if you don't get an answer, do not proceed. Hey, I'm just here to save you money. And I'm here to save you frustration, because, you learn. I said to my wife the other day, she's like, wow, you know a lot about China. I'm like, well, look at all the mistakes that we had made, because you don't know. You don't know when, you hear so many stories. And what happens is you do make the biggest mistake. And I'm not trying to scare you, but you do make the biggest mistake, because you get all your information from this person and that person and this person and that person. And you don't look at like, okay, what are the facts? Robert Kiyosaki told me when I was working with him, he said to me, and he said to our team, facts versus opinions. Okay, I have a lot of opinions, but I'm also going to have facts that are actually, you'll be able to use, and you'll be able to just have them in the back of your mind, especially when it comes to working with China, especially when it comes to tooling, and also understanding, and you might know this, understanding that how your product is loaded on the trucks, how they're then perceived and received at the forwarder, and then who to trust on the forwarder, and then also going a little bit more in depth and understanding what EX stands for, what FOB stands for, all these lingos. And if you don't understand those lingos, then what happens is you automatically see, oh, hey, I've got a great price that's EX, like X works, and then you're like, oh, now I have to pay and find someone to take my product and send it to the forwarder, or like, okay, what is FOB? Okay, and that's typically, FOB is free on board. So basically, you'll buy the product, you design the product, buy the product, manufacture the product. They'll put it in the back of a truck and they'll send it to the forwarder. From the forwarder, it's your responsibility. But that's where you get with the forwarder, they put them on a ship and out. So there's a lot of paperwork to it. It's pretty in depth, but I'm going to try and break things down for you. So look for some of the videos. I'll try to do my best to just put them in sequence, but also label them. So awesome. All right, mate. Have fun. To everyone, get out there and get work and look at facts and opinions, put them all together, and try to move forward with less mistakes and learn. And the journey is exciting. So awesome. See ya.